Hi, this is my final reflection on learning for the instructional design course with Dr. Tina Johnson. We will cover the learning outcomes and best practices for those outcomes as outlined for the course. Learning objective number one, understanding instructional design models. It is a best practice to learn and know your audience prior to creating a training or design product. This will help ensure that the projected outcomes for the training are met. Another best practice for learning objective number one is to select the design model based upon the product. This is powerful because all three major models take time. However, the cost, resources, and time can be reduced if the design model is appropriate for the product being developed. Learning objective number two, theoretical perspectives on instructional design. It is a best practice to seek feedback from key stakeholders when developing a design product. This feedback is instrumental in ensuring that the needs of learners are met. Another best practice for theoretical perspectives on instructional design. It is a best practice to assess the needs of your learners prior to developing your product. This is powerful because there is nothing like missing the mark on meeting the needs of your learners along with the goals and objectives for the product. Knowing the needs helps align the components of the training with the goals. Learning objective number three, principles and practices of effective instructional design. It is a best practice to iteratively seek feedback for improvements for a design product. This puts the designer in a better position to make immediate changes and adjustments, saving time and money. Another best practice for learning objective number three, principles and practices of effective instructional design. It is a best practice to include expert stakeholders in the feedback channel. This is powerful because the designer will have the opportunity to receive objective criticism that will lead to identifying potential gaps between the intended goals and curation of the design product. Best practices for learning objective number four, analyze and evaluate instructional materials and activities. It is a best practice to formatively assess your learners throughout a training. This will allow the trainer to measure the progress of the learners in grasping the concepts that are aligned with the training goals. Another best practice for learning objective number four, analyze and evaluate instructional materials and activities. It is a best practice to conduct a needs assessment when creating an evaluation plan. This is powerful because the designer is able to cover a lot of ground relative to foresight of the participants' needs during the training. This will make for a better curation of content, materials, tools, and resources that will lead to meeting the goals of the training.